Hey Cougar fans, it's week 80 of Cougs on Cougs. I'm Jess. This is Mary.
Hi.
We're coming off a, I don't exactly know how to describe the loss. Depressing, disappointing. I don't know, 27-0 loss to LSU. But first, before we even get into that, we're going to do our quote of the week.
Yeah, do we need to address our hats first, though?
Sure. These are our good luck hats.
Yeah, Jess has worn them before.
Yeah, I usually wear them to important games, particularly at home. So hopefully they bring us a little bit of luck this week. We're probably going to need it.
Yes, so we're doubling up on our efforts for luck here. But yeah, let's get into our notable quotable. It's from Nick Saban. Alabama did win over the weekend. He said, "Who has the will to win? Who has the mental discipline to stay in the moment?" I just really liked it because LSU is behind them now, so you've got to have that mental discipline to put it behind you and, you know, not have PTSD during your next game and have the mental discipline to stay in the moment. I really liked it.
And if you're going to have the will to win against anybody, it better be Utah.
Amen and amen. Speaking of Utah, we are going to get into our first segment. It's going to be a Know the Foe, and we're going to bring one of our favorite guests, Andrew Fox, on. He is, we like to call him the bridge between BYU and Utah. But we're going to learn about the Utes, something that we don't want to do, but we figured we should do before the game this week. So here's that.
All right. For the second time on our show, we have Andrew Fox back.
It's like a tradition.
Yeah, it is tradition.
Basically, we're going to have to do it every year now.
Yep. We should just for basketball too this year because we can.
Yes.
So at @FoxOnABox_ if you don't follow him on Twitter,
follow him. He's not all Utah stuff. Okay, listen, I don't follow Utah fans on Twitter. I follow Fox, and it's tolerable. I'll say that.
Tolerable is a good way to describe it.
There you go. So we know pretty much nothing about Utah.
Literally nothing.
So we wanted to have Andrew on to preview this matchup with the Utes at LaVell Edwards Stadium this Saturday.
Let's do it. Yeah,
right.
Okay, so we want to, I feel like the best way to do this was to look back at your week one, obviously. Mm-hmm. So you played North Dakota State,
No,
right?
North Dakota. The less cool one, yeah.
Dang. Oh, yeah,
There's
North
a cool
Dakota
one.
State.
North Dakota.
Okay, North Dakota, and you won. Mm-hmm. You won pretty impressively by the end of it, right?
Yeah, soundly.
Tell me what you did best last week first.
What we did best, I think it's so hard with games like, first of all, congrats on 80 episodes, by the way. I don't know if you knew we've done 80 of these.
It's been a while.
But it's hard with those opening games just because you never know how they're going to go. The opponent's usually, it's an FCS school, so hard to say. But I think what Utah needed to do most was prove that choosing Tyler Huntley over Troy Williams was the right choice. And I think most fans were convinced after that game. He showed a lot of attitude, a lot of poise. He made one really bad throw right at the start. That was a pick six. Oh, yeah. But after that, he settled in and looked great.
So that is what you did best. So proved that you chose the right QB1.
Right.
What about the thing you did worst?
I think the thing they did worst is, and it could just be rust, I don't know, but they committed a lot of penalties. I think they had 11 penalties for like 130-something yards. It was bad.
Hey, if you could do that against us, that would be great.
If they do, they're in trouble.
Well, guess what? We'll do it too.
Yeah, it's pretty
I feel like the
common for
BYU-Utah game tends to be full of
heavily
penalties.
penalized, absolutely.
But your first game was also.
Right, and a lot of it too, it's kind of interesting. Like a lot of the penalties were on receivers. So we actually had a series where we had back-to-back offensive pass interference.
Oh, wow.
So it was like 1st and 40.
And that's ticky-tacky. That should not be happening.
And we had downfield holdings on wide receivers. So there's a lot of wide receiver penalties, which, like you said, if we do that, it's going to be hard because that takes away explosive plays. Usually if the receiver's committing a holding, it's a bigger play. So
for sure. That
was not pretty, but hopefully they can clean that up.
Okay, so let's go on to this Saturday. So what kind of...
You're excited?
Yeah.
I'm sure
excited.
You are excited.
I'm looking forward to it.
More excited. All right, so you know somewhat about our team, right?
Sure,
you follow it a little bit. So where do you see...
I follow obsessively BYU.
As some people say. So where do you see maybe some potential matchup problems for your Utah team?
Or do you see any?
I mean, there's always going to be problems somewhere. Both teams have really good players at certain positions. I think I tweeted it out earlier this week. I'm really interested to see where Bronson Kafusi lines up. I'm not sure which side of the line he's on. Or, sorry, Corbin.
It's okay. We forgive you.
Yeah. So I'm really interested to see the matchup between I almost said Bronson again. Corbin Kafusi in the right tackle just because he's huge, he's athletic.
He's tall.
So that'll be good. And then the linebackers are really good too at BYU. I like them a lot. But to me, I think the biggest matchup problem is going to be the tight ends. I think if you could find one bright spot for the LSU game, it's how good Bushman is. I don't know his first name.
He is Matt.
Matt
There
Bushman.
You go.
He is huge and consistent, and when he gets the ball, it's always 7 or more yards.
Yeah, he goes up for it. He doesn't drop it.
Right. He's awesome. Very reliable and a freshman, right?
So you think that could cause you some problems? I guess we should ask you, where should we be concerned?
I think this receiver group is probably one of the, I mean, again, I'm basing this off of a North Dakota game. I don't know how much you can take away.
That's true.
But based purely on that, I think this is probably one of the most athletic wide receiver groups Utah's ever had.
Great.
Yeah, especially with Darren Carrington, where he was the best wide receiver at Oregon. Where, to do that, you have to be a very gifted player. Right. So that's, I think...
That will be an interesting matchup because Troy and Dion have really been holding their own, but sometimes when we rotate in at cornerback, it hasn't been as smooth.
Yeah, there's a little drop.
So I think that's
going to be the battle to watch,
there could be some problems.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you're a quarterback. He's dual threat, right?
He is, yeah. He can move.
Yeah, that worries me a little bit. What's the general feeling among Utah fans at the moment? Are they nervous at all about this game?
I don't think so. I think most are pretty confident.
Overconfident.
Yeah. Any Utah fan who would say it's going to be a blowout, I don't know if that's an accurate statement, just because I think I was reading somewhere that like 9 of the last 11 have been within a touchdown or less.
I think that's
it's never a blowout, so I don't think that's fair to say. But I think most are pretty confident that they'll come away with a win.
I think the last thing we wanted to ask you about, we wanted to see if we could get either a score prediction if you want to give it to us, or some sort of bold prediction, kind of like they do on Countdown to Kickoff. You know what? It's going to be a crazy game. So what do you think is a crazy thing that's going to happen?
I think it'd be bold to say that I think there will be less than 3 turnovers total.
That is bold.
Between
both teams?
Between both teams total.
Okay,
I think this will be the first game where like they try to play a little smarter.
A little cleaner.
And maybe those turnovers happen early, but they clean it up a little longer. I don't know. That's just, if you want to be bold, that's just kind of the gut feeling I have. Yeah, I think, unfortunately, it's hard to be, unbiased, and so I kind of fall in with the group of the rest of the Utah fans where I feel pretty good about it, just based on the small sample we have. But like I said, I don't think it'll be a blowout. Like, there's a lot of just talk about how much better the talent is somewhere, the coaching somewhere, but in rivalry games, I think that all goes out the window, and it's pure emotion, and it's just who executes at the right time. So I think it'll be close, like a 35-27 type game.
Okay.
But if we can score 27, I'll be happy.
Right. Thank you.
But yeah, I feel good about Utah's chances. So sorry.
All right. Hey, no, it's 6 in a row, so
going for 7.
Right? We'll see. All right, Fox. Thank you as always.
Thank you. Congrats on 80 once again. Yeah, I look forward to 100 and whatever next year.
Okay, we have a very special guest joining us this week. This is Cat Hundley, and she is a good friend of mine. We went to law school together, so this show's been lawyer heavy this week.
I'm outnumbered by lawyers.
Me and the now Cat.
Whatever.
And so Cat's going to do coaching from the couch with us. But first, we want to talk about a race that she's doing this Saturday before the Utah game. So
yeah.
Why don't you tell us about it?
I'm organizing a run. It's called the Railroad Run. It's a charity event. It's to support Operation Underground Railroad. This is an organization that it's devoted to saving children from child sex trafficking and slavery. Yeah. And it's super cool. It's a super cool organization. If you've ever seen anything that Tim Ballard has done.
Oh, yeah. What was that film called?
The Abolitionist.
Okay, The Abolitionist,
so check that out if you want. It's an awesome cause. The run is on Saturday, 9 a.m. It starts at Riverwoods in Provo, and you run along the Provo River Trail.
Oh, pretty.
It's awesome. We have a kids run that's a half-mile race, a 5K, and a 10K. And it's all at Riverwoods. It's going to be lots of fun. We have musical performers. We have Madeline Page from The Voice that's going to be there.
Oh, great.
We have a few other performers that are going to be there. We're talking to Provo Massage Therapy College to come and give massages to the people afterwards.
Nice.
But yeah, you can sign up on therailroadrun.com, or you can find us on Facebook. It's going to be a great event. Registration ends on Thursday. We have swag bags. We have shirts. We have some OUR gear that's going to be there. Tim has heard about the race. He's actually going to go on Fox 13 tomorrow and talk about it. We're really excited about it. We think it's going to be great, and it's just our way to help out the railroad. To help out OUR a little bit more.
So you said therailroadrun.com.
The Railroad Run.
Okay, and if you search the Railroad Run on Facebook, you'll find it.
Yep.
What is the registration cost?
So for the kids half mile, it's just $5.
Oh, great.
So bring your kids. It's going to be a great family affair. The 5K is $30 and the 10K is $40.
Okay, and make sure you sign up by Thursday because you're not doing anything at the door type thing. Okay, so sign up by Thursday.
Okay,
we'll make sure to include that info in our article.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Okay, let's turn to coaching from the couch because we have to do this after this LSU lost.
Have to being operative.
Yes, 27-0. So we have Coach Hundley, Coach Tyler, Coach Blanchard. And we are going to start, obviously, with what went wrong that game, which is a lot. So let's start with Coach Hundley.
Oh, gosh.
What went wrong?
My first appearance. Okay, first appearance as coach. Well, what went wrong?
What didn't go wrong?
So much to choose from.
Well, we could go there first. No. What went wrong was I'd love to just generally spark a fire under the offense. And I'm sure everyone else is saying this, but it looked like they were just suffocating. They had the weight of the world on them. And they need to be lit up. They need to have Tanner circa 2015 at the bowl game saying, one more, let's go, one more. They need to get some separation in their wide receivers. I mean,
I think you're right. They just need to get excited about literally anything.
Anything.
So, okay, that is a very valid point.
A strong offensive line. I mean, there's just so many things they could do. I love them so much, but there's so much room for improvement.
No, they looked like dead on the field on Saturday. Coach Tyler. Oh no. This breaks my heart.
Because we love him so much. But you have to start with Tanner. I mean, Tanner's your quarterback. He's your team captain. And unfortunately, Tanner did not play well at all. And
there's no getting around it. Yeah. We're not even being mean. He just did not play well.
Everybody knows it. And one thing I will say I did love about Tanner was that after the game, he was the only one that came and did an interview on the post-game show on BRE TV.
And he's taking full responsibility, as you mentioned. In every interview, he's like, it's on me. I need to be better, which is good, but we have to address it.
Yeah. So he knows he needs to play better. But I was listening to ESPN 960 this week, and Ben Kirtle was talking about this, and I thought it was really interesting. He talks about Max Hall. He was comparing Max Hall and then Tanner Mangum and the difference between them. He's like, both of them have confidence. Like, they're very confident quarterbacks and everything. So like, Max Hall had angry confidence. Like, when he's fired up, he's going to be in your face.
Refer to the Utah incident.
Yeah, sure. He's like, Tanner has happy confidence.
Oh, gosh.
Right? So, if you watch that game, though, you didn't see any confidence in Tanner. And it's obviously because there was nothing to be happy about. Nothing was going right. And it was just hard for him.
That makes me think of the Utah Bowl game. Maybe he was so fired up because we were getting back into it.
Yeah, things were starting to turn around. So, I don't know. I think there's maybe a problem with your two offensive captains are Tanner and then T-John Caroma, who are both sort of introverted and quiet and not like in-your-face guys.
Yeah.
So I think I don't know if it's
But do we
Tanner
have a guy like that on the offense?
That's my question.
Yeah.
Who's going to be that person that can get everybody fired up, that can light the spark on the offense?
Our hype man?
Yeah. And
we lost our hype man in Jamal. We sure did.
We really did, though. Well, and Taysom, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But who's going to be the person that's going to step up and say, we're going to go get this play, or we're going to get this down, or I'm going to go in and make a play? And I feel like we don't have anybody like that now.
No, because I think you're right. It's not T-John, it's not Tanner, and it's not Ty.
Yeah, and it needs to be Tanner.
What went wrong, I hate to say it, but mine was on defense, crazily enough. And I will give this a caveat with defense was amazing. They were amazing.
Yeah, they're awesome.
But our team high tackles came from walk-on safety Marvin Hefo. So team high tackles being 10, not great, especially when you have Darius Geis literally running all over you. I mean, shout out to Marvin Hefo. I'm not minimizing what he did, but I'm sorry. When a walk-on safety has your team high tackles against LSU, then something's not quite right, in my opinion.
When your DB is your high tackler of the game, that's
totally, because you're not getting him at the line. You're waiting until the secondary. Okay, so this is obviously a little bit harder, what went right, but we are going to try to end with some silver linings here.
Always. We are all about positivity on the show. Okay, I'll start with me.
Yes, Coach Tyler.
My high from that game was that fourth down stop by the defense. Late in the game, they'd been in for a long time, and finally, LSU's about to score. I think they were within like the 5-yard line. And we get a stop. So that to me was really encouraging to see that even that late in the game, they're really tired, they're frustrated, nothing's going right on offense, that they're still putting their all into it, and they got that stop. Coach Hundley, what do you think?
Yes, Coach Hundley.
My favorite thing was seeing Mo Lungi get on the field and just be like, you could hear the announcers because it's a away game. He is 410 pounds. Is that a typo? No, it's not a typo.
No, it's real.
And so you see him walking there on these tiny little shoulder pads, and he is the one that stopped that field goal. I'm just convinced.
Oh, we all know it.
We'll give him credit any day.
He's the next blind side. I mean, not position, but yeah.
This is a fan favorite. I mean, that when in a game like that, you want to have a bright spot. And
you
just
look at him and he inspires fear, even in the hearts of LSU.
It's true. Yeah. And happiness in all of us.
Yeah. Yes.
So, anything else? Good.
Oh gosh, I love watching Taki play again.
Oh man, he has fun, huh? Isn't that great? He is the one guy who I felt like, okay, he wants to be here.
Yeah.
For me, gosh, it was hard. It was hard to pick something that went right. I did want to give a shout out to Jonah Trineman, who for the first time, at least this season especially, was on kickoff return. I know he had a 30-yard return. I think he had a 35-yard return. He, for some reason, wasn't in on offensive series, but he looked nice on those kickoff returns.
He looked fast.
Yeah, and those returns are good against anyone, but especially against LSU. I'll take a 35-yard return.
I'd love to see those returns against not LSU.
Yeah,
maybe against Utah.
Yeah, so sure. I hope that he is still doing it against Utah, but I thought that was a bright spot. All right, so that's what we've got.
We can put that behind us now.
Yep, on to Utah.
Thank goodness. Hopefully, Coaching from the Couch is a little more upbeat next week.
Yes, thank you, Coach Hundley.
Huge thank you to Cat for coming on and being part of our Coaching from the Couch segment. And if you get a chance, sign up for her race this weekend.
Definitely.
It's for a great cause.
Sounds awesome. Let's get into Talk to the Town.
Yeah, it's pretty short this week.
I'll let you, we figured we'd keep it short just because everything else was kind of jam-packed. But let's start with the tweet. I'll let you do this one from your brother.
This is from my brother.
I laughed out loud.
Waddell is visiting my ward today. I've got some serious questions for you, man.
So if you don't remember, we shared from Cheaper by the Dozen. Waddell was supposed to be a running back that got 85 yards. We obviously did not have a running back get 85 yards.
We barely got 85 yards.
Oh, gosh. Okay. So, yes. I hope that Devin did interrogate him.
I know. Why didn't you show up?
Our next one is from Ryan Robinson, who's at CougRMR. He said, #Saints Ravens. This is why. Great to see Bronson K, and thanks for coming over for a pick. This was at the Superdome before BYU played. It was kind of funny that Bronson ended up being there the day before, and then Taysom ended up signing with the Saints the day after. Yeah. So, the Superdome was just the place for BYU fans,
at least we got
alumni.
Some good things out of the Superdome.
Yeah, I guess so. There's that. So fun to see Bronson, though.
Yeah, he looks good.
We are due for keeping up with the Cougars because there's a lot going on, and we just want to say we know that, but we'll get to it next week. So
yes, we will. This is from Shay Dixon. Clearly, nobody takes more pleasure in BYU losing than Utah fans. Source, my Twitter mentions.
Kate, and you would think that this person was a BYU or Utah person. What's his bio say?
I cover recruiting in the LSU beat for 247 Sports.
He's an LSU beat writer.
Utah.
So this is kind of like our Holy War section here, and we just wanted to give a shout out to all the Ute fans who are #obsessed. Come on, leave the LSU beat writers alone. Really?
But really, we just need a win to get them off our backs for a little bit.
Amen.
This one?
Yes. So this one comes from Devin at DevinD33. You might remember him. He helps us with our mean tweets a lot. But he tweeted, he said, "This is Jace. Jace was 2 when BYU last beat Utah, and he doesn't remember. Jace deserves to see BYU beat Utah." And he posted a picture of his cute son, and I loved this because it started this thread, and then people started doing their own independent tweets. Kelly got in on the action with her Miley, who was too young to remember. So you know what? Everyone's doing the hashtag do it for the kids.
If nothing else, it's so sad. Jeff Mack tweeted out this list of opponents that we have this season. He says Portland State, Louisiana State, Utah State, Boise State, Mississippi State, San Jose State, Fresno State. And even have more states than BYU this year.
I saw that tweet and I read that list and I was like, what do all these things have in common? That BYU plays them. The last thing we have in Talk of the Town, I tweeted this because I heard Spencer say it in Countdown to Kickoff. They did a nice little package on Matt Bushman, who was one of the few bright spots, if you can call it that, from the LSU game. Yeah. But anyway, I guess Matt Bushman said to Spencer, as to why he does not drop balls, he says it's because he's afraid of his mom and that he knows that she is going to come after him if he does. And I said #mom goals.
For real.
Yeah.
I love that.
What's next?
What's next is we have a game this Saturday. Thankfully, it is at home, so 8:15 Mountain at LaVell Edwards Stadium. It will also be on ESPN2. Wear Royal. I will be wearing my Cougar hat, probably.
Yeah. Wear Royal. And don't sell your tickets to Utah fans.
Don't do it.
Please.
No, we don't need that in our stadium.
As for our sponsors this week, our first one is Thread to Thread. We wanted to give a shout out to Tamra. She is running a deal this week where if you buy one of her blankets, she will donate $100 to Harvey Relief. So we highly recommend doing that, participating in the Holy War, getting yourself a nice blanket, and we wanted to wish Tamra a happy birthday yesterday.
And also wanted to just shout out to our favorite Ute fans. This is about the year anniversary of our video.
It is the year anniversary, exactly.
Okay, so go back and watch that if you haven't. Our nice Rise and Shout video where we went to the Utah campus. It was good times.
Rise and Shout. So may the force be with us this week. May you always stay loyal to the white and blue. For Jess, I'm Mary. We'll see you next week.